Chairman Reed, and thanks to our witnesses for being with us and their willingness to serve, continue their service to the nation. As former Secretary of Defense and CIA Director Bob Gates has said recently, quote, "We have to think about how we are going to deal with a hostile Russia as long as Putin is around. We face a much longer-term kind of problem and challenge from the Chinese." I think these remarks put Russia and China into the right context. The 2018 National Defense Strategy book is one we've referred to many, many times over and over again, and it comes to light again with this panel. I think that we're going to have to continue using it as the roadmap as we have for the last several months. We continue to fall behind the Chinese, even as the threats worsen. We haven't seen resourcing the strategy adequately, and that was before we had all this inflation. We need a sense of urgency to make bold, smart decisions at the Department of Defense, and that starts with senior civilian leadership. We've got to take some risk. Congress is an eager and willing partner, but you got to ask us. We want to work with you. Dr. LaPlante, you've been nominated to be the DOD's top acquisition job. It's a shame it took a whole year because you've got a lot of catching up to do. Congress and the Pentagon working together have made huge strides in acquisition, but the Chinese are still moving faster than we are. We're still not very good at supporting rapid innovation, and we even struggle with the traditional acquisitions. Case in point is the Ford-class carrier. We are unable to develop a plan to resource it. We've seen half a dozen official positions on what the future naval fleet should look like, all larger than what we have today. Mr. Raven, I hope you'll help the Pentagon stop its endless bickering and support the Navy stated requirements and start building ships at scale. It's long overdue. Nuclear modernization is another overdue bill for the military. Dr. Adams, I hope you'll tell us how you'll work to take care of those bills as we also consider how the nuclear posture must change in response to the Chinese and the Russian nuclear advances. Lastly, the Congress has made a lot of major changes in the Uniform Code of Military Justice in recent years. The executive branch is also trying to implement a vaccine mandate and root out the extremism in our armed forces. Ms. Johnson, I'd like to hear how you will return to the Constitution first whenever considering the application of these efforts. And look forward to hear from each one of you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.